In the Dallas Mavericks 104-101 victory over the Los Angeles Lakers on Wednesday, Luka Doncic finished with an impressive 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. But with him shooting 10 of 26 from the floor and 3 for 12 from 3, he did a lot of his damage on passing. And, the Lakers were aggressive with sending double teams against him and pick and roll coverage. And that's usually a situation where he really looks to get his teammates involved with the pass. And I'm going to dive into some of the examples, particularly the ones where he used no-look passes and also trusted his teammates out in transition to highlight, how he impacts the game with the pass against this type of coverage. The Mavericks play out of a wide action for Derrick Jones, receiving a screen from Derek Lively, and then both of those players flow into double drag with Luka. And Jones being the first screener, this puts D'Angelo Russell into a tough position at the nail later on as this play develops. And Lively slips the screen, knowing that there's likely going to be a double team applied on Luka, with Anthony Davis getting aggressive using his length. And in this situation, Luka knows what he has. He has Kyrie Irving in the weak side corner being face guarded, so that means there's going to be no low man presence at all. And all he has to do is prevent the double team from forcing a turnover and manipulate Russell at the nail. So he stares down Derrick Jones to force Russell to commit to him, or at least hesitate for enough time before making the pass to Derek Lively wide open on the roll in the paint. Staying poised against double teams, using no looks, and having a superstar in the weak side corner all make a play like this very challenging for the defense. The Mavs play out of a zoom action with Kyrie Irving as the off-ball screener for Luka Doncic before receiving the handoff. And with the Lakers continuing to blitz, this puts D'Angelo Russell and LeBron James in a situation where they have to account for both the roller and the weak side floor spacing options. And both of them account for Lively and leave Grant Williams wide open. And as this develops, Luka throws an incredible off one leg wraparound pass and just launches the ball after seeing that both defenders are in the paint and are unable to recover out to Grant Williams in the weak side corner. Pay close attention to Luka early on in this transition play. He stares down Kyrie Irving early on as he winds up to make this pass. In the way he has the ball on his left side, it doesn't indicate that there's going to be this pass to Derek Lively coming. But with Anthony Davis trailing Lively, Luka makes it a point to throw the pass to Lively. And then this forces the low man, LeBron James, to make a commitment to the paint. And Lively, more often than not, is going to make that right read and finds Grant Williams in the corner, who then gets into a catch-and-shoot jump shot. Luka makes it a point to trust his teammates. He makes the throw-ahead pass to Kyrie Irving, who then gets into a pull-up in transition and knocks it down. What makes Luka so challenging to handle when he plays out of these half-court actions like this double drag play is he stays patient despite drawing, a blitz or a crowd. And, he makes the defense have to make those split-second decisions and then exploits them based off of the disadvantages that they're putting the back end of their defense into. And in this instance, Rui Hachimura tries to get over the first screen. Nobody really accounts for Tim Hardaway Jr. early on, so Luka knows that this is going to have to change, or he's going to find a way to get the ball to him, so he stays patient. Sure enough, Rui tries to recover back to him. So now what he has to his advantage is the strong side has two floor spacing threats, and Luka just stares down the strong side floor spacing options and then throws a one-handed pass, not making it known that he's going to get it to Derek Lively by telling with his eyes. So he lobs it up. LeBron tries to make a play rotating over. Lively makes the catch and then is unable to finish, in the paint. Anthony Davis comes away with the rebound. But this was a good overall approach from Luka. You would just have to trust your big to make the play on the end of this. Luka pushes the pace on this possession, and this makes a very challenging situation for the defense, even though all 5 defenders have crossed half court, and Luka only has 2 offensive players that are even close to the wings at the time of making this pass. He draws a lot of attention and uses it to his advantage, with Anthony Davis mostly focused on the ball instead of getting into the paint to anchor the defense. Luka just throws a strike of a 2-hand bounce pass to Josh Green, who did a great job of getting behind the defense and then finishes it on the catch. Luka continued to draw two on ball screens pretty often in this game. Derek Lively short rolls to make himself available as a relief option. So D'Angelo Russell leaves, as a low defender, he leaves the weak side corner, and this puts Taurean Prince responsible for guarding 2 with 1. Tim Hardaway Jr. stayed active, coming towards the ball, spaced out from the 4-point line. And Luka, he left the floor off of 1 foot and made a bounce pass, just darting the ball to Green, who then, took advantage of Hardaway staying active off the ball by making that extra pass before, returning to the ground. Hardaway was able to step into the shot, and before the X out was made with Russell getting out to Hardaway, he had already got the shot off, and it was a good release and knocked it down. This was the pass of the night from Luka. The ball ends up finding him in the corner after Kyrie Irving uses a ball screen and makes the pass to the wing. This gets to Luka in the corner, and he just attacks, off the catch, gets into the, near the elbow area. And with Josh Green exiting and Christian Wood, just keeping both of his feet in the paint, no one really accounting for Green, Luka knew that he'd have an open target when the relocation fully, occurred. And this resulted in him throwing the ball, a bounce pass, just an absolute dart through LeBron's legs. And this was also a product of LeBron, throughout this game. He stood straight up, not really getting into too much of an active defensive stance throughout this game. So Luka probably felt pretty comfortable being able to force this ball through, and it ended up being successful. Green was left wide open in the corner, and he made the Lakers pay for daring him to shoot. The Mavs begin this play with Jaden Hardy in the dunker spot. Derek Lively comes down to set a down screen for him. Hardy flows into a ghost screen, and then Lively follows it up with a screen of his own to really make contact and disrupt Taurean Prince. And this causes Anthony Davis to step up, knowing that he has the low defender sending an early rotation to tag the roller, and tries to pressure the pass. And Luka just throws a no-look pass to the strong side corner here with Derek Jones. After reading that the low defender did make that early rotation, it's up to Jones to just knock down the open shot. Lakers are daring him to make it, and he does. This possession starts with Luka bringing D'Angelo Russell, the weakest defender on the Lakers lineup, into the action with Derek Jones setting the screen. And the Lakers look to use a hedge and recover to avoid Russell staying attached to Luka as the defender in space. And this prompts Luka to fake a pass and really get into a get action with Derek Lively. And Anthony Davis, the big defender in this action, steps up and veer switches with Rui Hachimura, who's now responsible for Lively. And D'Angelo Russell, the low defender in this play, he has 2 feet in the paint and is stepping towards the restricted area to tag the roller. So Luka makes this pass without looking on that no-look pass, once again, to get the ball to Derek Jones and maximize the advantage he has on the catch, and he just gets into the shot and knocks it down. With Anthony Davis switching in clutch time, the situation becomes a matter of getting by the point of attack defender and then making the best play after getting into the paint. Since Davis has the length to contest the step-back three, Doncic gets into a hang dribble or a hesitation, whatever you like to call it, into a push crossover going to his left, and then takes that step back. And with the respect that the big has to apply to that threat of the shot, Anthony Davis steps up to attempt to load up on that shot if it comes, but Doncic counters, gets into a between-the-legs dribble immediately to be able to attack right, wins at the point of attack, and there isn't any nail help in position to really deter the drive. Luka gets 2 feet in the paint. The restricted area is clogged with Rashawn Holmes and Taurean Prince battling for position, and LeBron is standing straight up instead of staying home on the shooter. And this creates a situation where the best opportunity for Doncic to make a play is to throw that pass to the weak side corner and give a good look as LeBron tries to make that low man rotation to do his best to get a contest, and Hardaway just misses. On the pivotal go-ahead three from Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic set it up by trying to put D'Angelo Russell, the weakest defender, into the action with Tim Hardaway Jr. screening, and Taurean Prince was adamant about not allowing that switch to happen and went under and met Doncic on the wing. And now Doncic just got into a back-down dribble, attacked middle, knowing that he has the strength advantage, the size advantage, and now this is up to the weak side defense to be able to make the proper rotations. And Austin Reeves, with Luka staring down the weak side corner, is deceived into respecting that pass and thinking he has to really get out on there, despite LeBron James being present as the low defender. And Doncic uses this to his advantage, and has a wide open Kyrie Irving on the wing as a result. Reeves does his best to recover, but Irving just knocks it down against the contest. If you reach this point, I appreciate you for watching the video all the way through. I'd appreciate everyone if they subscribe to my channel, like this video, shared it if you feel like it. And, I appreciate the support, and I'm going to continue to put out content, throughout the rest of the season like this.